Whether it's a cool breeze, wind in the trees, light from the top of the car's beam. It's all good. Find a reason to smile and appreciate what's good. I'm here. I'm clear. My voice is kind of raspy, but it's okay. Okay, that's not a good poem, but good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Yes, it's me, April Love, here in Boston, wishing you a blessed time. Truly hope you are finding reasons to smile, to laugh, to enjoy life, to appreciate everything and everyone around you. If this is the first time to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, thank you for coming back. I appreciate the support and love. If you want to continue to support me and continue to follow me and follow my journey, check all the links I have in the description. You can leave a donation at my PayPal. You can go to aloveproductions.com to get a hat like this, or check out the t-shirts that I designed. Find a shirt that speaks to you, a design that speaks to you. Check out all my social medias. Um, Today I went crazy throughout Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, even LinkedIn, letting people know that I'm going to be trying to post videos and things, more often on those other platforms as well as YouTube, because I'm trying to get myself out there a little, even more. So I'm trying to, you know, be as productive as I can and really try to push myself and drive myself to um, reach my dream to, get A Love Productions off the ground and selling shirts and spreading that love and positivity through the designs. And I want to do that through my video content as well, or my photography, or my artwork. Whatever creative outlet I can do it in, that's what I want to do, including my radio show. If you didn't know, I do a radio show called Inspired by Love on a radio station here in Boston called Zoomix. Um, if you live in the Boston area, you can listen in on 94.9 FM on the Boston, on regular radio. If you want to listen online anywhere around the world, it's at zoomix.org. The link, once again, is in the description below. And tomorrow, the last 2 weeks, I've been doing a live stream on Instagram. But I just realized, and forgive me, I'm a little slow, because I'm just trying to start pushing myself. I'm gonna try to live stream from my Inspired by Love Facebook page tomorrow, because I want to get traffic to that, and I figure if I'm gonna try to promote the radio station more, or the radio show more, I have a Facebook page. When I'm on the radio, I try to get people to go to that, and they can connect with everything else that I do. But I kind of want to do, I want to blend it back and forth. So tomorrow, I'm gonna try to do a live stream 2 p.m. Eastern time, um, from the studio at Zoomix Radio, at Zoomix. Um, and you can either just listen in to the radio show and listen to the music, or you could come and watch the live stream. And if you come to the live stream, or even if you don't, go to the Facebook page. Again, it's actually the Facebook page for Inspired by Love is the very last link in my description. Um, go to um, whatever the last post is. Or if you happen to come tomorrow for the live stream, tell me something that inspires you. Something that inspired you to be a creator yourself. Inspired you to go after that job you always wanted. Or to inspire you to change your life in a positive light. Whatever that may be. Whether it's a song, poem, book, movie, TV show, a person, an event. If it happens to be a song or a poem, it has to be clean. If I can play the song, if I can find it, I will play it on the air. If you want me to read the, whatever you send, or whatever you put in the comments about what inspires you. I will try to read that as well. It's gonna be a little tough to do that if I'm live streaming. As I'm saying this, I'm just realizing that. But if you happen to come to the live stream, you can tell me at the live stream, and I'll do my best to read it on the air, or speak on it if I can. Um, and with that, I vaguely saw about an hour and a half ago that apparently YouTube is down. I don't know how I missed that because you know, well, maybe because all the way up until just before I came to work, I was watching it. Wasn't I watching YouTube before I came to work? No, I was making videos for LinkedIn and Instagram and Twitter and Facebook about my YouTube channel, about aloveproduction and inspired by love. Um, so and speaking of all those other outlets, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, IGTV, I posted a video on all four of those platforms, except for YouTube, because I knew I was going to do a live stream. Well, I didn't know, but I figured I'd end up doing a live stream here on YouTube tonight. So, um, I didn't post the video here. Maybe I should have, but it was basically an introduction on those platforms that to say that um, you know, video wise, that I am gonna start making at least short videos. Maybe a couple times a week. It might only be once a week, but whenever I can, I'm gonna try to put video content on those platforms, um, to continue on with trying to make this a career, trying to making, the career of doing what I love. And you know that I have multiple talents and multiple skills and multiple things that I love in the sense of being creative and trying to get my message out there and talk about my dreams and talk about and inspiring and motivating and relating to others. And you know I just feel like the more, obviously the more outlets I put out, put my message out, you know, I don't want to burn myself out, but I figured, if I can find the balance, you know, and like I'm gonna try to make it clear on the other platforms as well that, and I think I did somewhere. I know I said it somewhere. I said, you never know where I'm gonna post, so follow me everywhere, support me everywhere, you know. And I have a short video idea that I'm gonna come up with it in a way to promote aloveproductions.com specifically. I want I want it to go across the board, but I really want this to start moving. I really want to see this grow and become more successful. Um, and I'm gonna call out on my family and friends, because something that always goes through my head, and I am guilty of this myself. That how many times have you told a family member or a friend or acquaintance, whoever, I got your back. If you need anything, I'm here to support you. And then when they're trying to follow a dream, change careers, go after that relationship they want, try to go after something, you maybe unintentionally discourage them, or you tell them, great job. Or say, like in my instance, I designed the hats, I designed the t-shirts. My family and friends know about it. And I understand there are people that really don't have the money and that's okay. And I have a few people that have tried to support me by sharing out my stuff, even though they couldn't physically, they couldn't, financially afford to buy a shirt. That's fine, but I stop and think, right? And I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna make a shorter video about this, and I don't know if it's gonna be specific to YouTube, but for the other platforms where I know my family are hanging out, so to speak. Um, I've had plenty of people, including family, say, "Your shirts are beautiful," but nobody's bought a shirt. I've had two cousins and one friend in 2 years buy a shirt. Nobody else in my family, and I got a big family, has bought a shirt. You know, like I said, as far as friends, and I know people that might come across this at a later time. I know situations that some of the people, especially in the hashtag I'm a creator community, I know some of the, where some people are in their personal life, so I completely understand that. But the way I look at it is, especially those that are sports fans or you're the hometown fan of what, even if you're not like a big sports person, I think we all end up rooting for the home team, so to speak. And for those that say, well, I don't have any money to buy a t-shirt, and you go and I know some people that say they don't have money will still spend the $80 to go buy an official jersey, $100, or how much, the official jersey, the official clothing line, the official merch is for that sporting team, right? If you can dish out the money for those jerseys and those hats and the jackets and the sweatpants, I want, support your home girl. And I'm not just talking about me, I'm talking about me now, but I'm talking about in general. If you have a family member or a friend that is starting a business and you see the potential in that business, are they putting out a product that you're saying that's a really good product? You know, show them the love by being one of those one of those products. Or if you can't, share it on your social media. You know, show them the support and love in that way. Say, hey, look, my friend here, my niece, my cousin, my brother, my mother is starting this company, and they have this wonderful product. They have this wonderful whatever. Go check it out, and if it compels you enough, support them. Buy a shirt, buy the product, share out the content. You know, I'm sure my family that see me on Facebook and on YouTube or on social media, they've gotten sick of seeing me post. I am a, I didn't, I don't curse on my things, so excuse me. You know, they probably get tired of seeing everything that I share. But when they see it's something that is genuinely me trying to make a way for myself, trying to spread a particular positive message, trying to make something of myself, you know, don't just tell me you're proud of me. Don't just tell me I have a great product. Show me that I have a great product. Show me that you're proud of me. because I know there's plenty of people I know that would, if if the tables were turned, would be ticked off, would be, and I'm trying not to sound like I'm whining or complaining. I'm just putting it out there that, you know, we need to step up to the plate. When we say we're going to have somebody's back, that we want to see them succeed, and they start going into the direction to try to make that happen, we have to start supporting them. And I'm guilty of the same thing. I've been very harsh on my mother who's been trying to get herself back to work. You know, granted, I was going through a lot of anxiety myself over the last couple of months. You've seen and heard about it throughout the summer. So I wasn't in the best state of mind, emotionally, mentally. I was fairly unstable. Um, but when I got the chance to actually calm down and talk to my mother, I said, I am happy to see you get up and trying to better yourself. I am happy to see you trying to do A, B, and C. I want to see you succeed. And my brother, I know I got upset when he first bought the house, but I'm proud of my brother. I'm proud to see my brother buy a house and now trying to renovate that house on his own. you know, and me, if you watch my videos, you've seen me go up and down. You've seen me not post for a while. You've seen me, you know, complaining, but you also see me get back up and take another step. You see me get up and dust myself off. You see me while I'm sick. I'm still sick. I know it seems like I got energy right now, but the shakiness that I had and the lightheadedness that I had the last day or two. Today I was a little bit better energy, but I've been feeling like hard congestion in my chest, um, off and on today. So it's still trying to. I don't know exactly what's going on, but I'm fighting it with natural remedies and stuff. Because believe me, if I haven't been doing the natural remedies, I would have been full blown sick. I would have had laryngitis. This would have been full blown bronchitis by now. I'm sure that's what it's trying to become. Because usually when I get the sinuses or I start getting the scratchy throat, you know, it just snowballs into like a bronchial situation and it lasts for months. The fact that like I'm not 100% there as far as being sick, 3 or 4 days in, it is a big thing. And I credit the apple cider vinegar that you saw in yesterday's video, um, and the honey mixture. Um, Usually I get as much honey as I possibly can, and I take some of it, a big chunk of it, stick it in a separate jar, and I put a little bit of turmeric, ground ginger, cinnamon, a tiny bit of black pepper, because the black pepper helps the turmeric, the curcumin of the turmeric, to absorb into your system better. Um, I mix all that together. Sometimes I put a pinch of cayenne as well, because that's supposed to have a health benefit to it as well. But between the apple cider vinegar, the honey mixture, mixing it all together, and if you heat it up, it makes for a nice herbal tea. You know, hey, got somebody in here. Hit the like button. I've been talking to myself for 19 minutes or 20 minutes, but it's all good. I'm actually in good spirits. So I don't know who you are. And actually, when I started this, there were already 4 people here, but they all disappeared before I even said anything. But it's all good. It's all good. I'm in good spirits. Joe from Suffolk Downs. Uh, Duffy? Um, Tall, skinny guy. Oh, um, Frost. Too late. JF. I'll say that. JF. How you doing, Joe? And welcome to my YouTube. Subscribe. Make sure you give me a like. Make sure you follow my stuff on Instagram. I'm on social media. I'm trying to make this into a career of some kind. I don't know how or when or in what way it's gonna happen, but that's not good. And I'm still at Suffolk, so I'm still at a. I try not to say exactly where I am on videos though, because I don't want people looking for me while I'm on the stream. Um, and this may disconnect while I'm driving, so bear with it. Yeah, I know, it's the connection, so you're just gonna have to bear with it while I drive around for a minute. Because depending where I am, it disconnects. Once I get to the other end, it should clear up. I don't even know why I'm doing this right now. Here, you can watch the drive. Maybe we'll see a coyote. Every time I try to get the coyotes in here, they just blend in with the surroundings, so it's really hard to get them on camera. But thank you for stopping in, because you're the first and only person that's come in 20 minutes. Apparently, YouTube was down a couple hours ago. I didn't even know. And it disconnected, and I'm back. So what are you up to, Frost? Sorry. What you doing, Joe? Yeah, I believe he passed away earlier this year. Apparently, I didn't even know because he hasn't been here the last couple years because they've really cut back. They've really cut back on everything from security to maintenance. So a lot of the guys like Froggin and stuff, Froggin doesn't work here anymore. He works, I believe, at MGH. Um, I don't, usually there's just the skeleton Murray, Slim. Slim usually gets laid off for the winter, but he stays on site. But even security, they have they we barely have people working. Let's put it this way, I'm the only person here right now. No, the only time I'm supervising is if they actually have racing. And they only have racing the last couple of years. It's only been weekend racing, you know, once a month for a couple months. Like this year, we did July, August, and September, one weekend each month. The rest of the time, I'm just a regular security guard. And technically, I'm not even supervising anybody because even when they open the backside, they can't even get anybody to work with us because we don't get it because we're not the base pay stinks here. There's other sites in Allied. There's other sites that make a lot more than us at base pay. So nobody wants to come here and work, you know. But we may only have. The last I heard, we have at least one more year. So I know the new owners of the property are eager to start developing. But everything's on hold because they're still waiting to see what Amazon's gonna do. I think that's one reason. I don't know if that's the only reason. Yeah. It's definitely not the way it used to be. But it is what it is. Now, I mean, I don't utilize my time as much as I should utilize it, but as you can see, I do try to utilize some of my time now. Well, lucky you. I can't complain too much. I mean, at least for the moment, I still have money coming in. Over the last couple of years, even though I'm not making any money at the moment, I'm trying to do more of the things that I love. I'm trying, whether it's making videos, I design my own t-shirts now. Um, I try to create I'm always working, I try to work on my art when I can. So, if you haven't yet, go check out my website, aloveproductions.com. It's in the description of the video. Um, Go check out the t-shirts that I make, the shirts that I make. Everything has positive wording on it. Original designs made by me. Um, I have a wide range, and I have 4 different styles of shirts. I got a couple of hoodies too, but I'm thinking of redesigning them. Um, Trying to see if I can find a different drop ship or a different um, company to actually upload my, to make the designs because I want better selection for the sweaters that, for especially for the hoodies. I'm limited to what the dropship company allows me to do as far as putting the design on the shirt. And stuff. But yeah. So if this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe and go check out the rest of my videos after this. I post on I'm either live streaming or I post on a regular basis. One way or another, a video is getting put. Some kind of video is being put up. Being put up. So but I don't want to know. I don't want to know. It's really sad. It's very sad to see how some people end up. But I try to lead a positive life. I try to lead, you know, and I all I can do is put out prayer and good wishes to anyone struggling with anything. You know, I pray that people find their way, find what makes them happy, find healing. You know, there's too much crap in the world. Too many people going. So many people are going through so much. And even if it's not directly happening to you, just knowing that all that's going on in the world, it takes a toll on you, mentally, and it affects us whether we realize it or not. You know, so here's something you'll get a kick out of. And I forget, do you believe in spirits and ghosts? Well, I got confirmation of the spirits and ghosts running around in the grandstand. And I wish I could remember the name of the live stream that I did. But there used to be a girl that came into my live streams over the summer that she has the ability to pick up on spirits and energies in photos. But she would pick up on energies while I was live streaming. The first time she did it, I was joking around, and she said, "Well, there's really somebody standing behind you." I'm like, "What?" I don't want to turn around. Apparently, it was my grandfather that I didn't really know because he died when I was younger. Or he didn't die when I was younger, but I only saw him when I was very young, and I didn't really know him. Fast forward about a week, and I'm doing a live stream in the grandstand, and I'm sure you still know vaguely the outline of the building, but I was at the escalators in Club 2, going, and the green stairs that go up to the mezzanine. I was right at the escalator, and I pointed the camera to those stairs, and I was like, should I go up to the creepy area, or should I go down the escalator where I normally go? Because normally I don't go up there anymore. It's too spooky. It's too scary. What's up, Money Magnet? How you doing? Long time no see. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. But anyway, I was pointing the camera um, up to those stairs, and the girl that was in the live stream was like, "Wow, heavy energy up there." And I was like, "Okay, I'm not gonna go up there then." And I'm joking around and I'm being playful, but I didn't end up going up there, and I started going down the escalator. And I was like, "Well, I know of one reason why," and I started to say, "I know of one reason why you would say there's heavy energy up there, because I've heard of at least one story of someone um, passing away of their own accord up in that particular area." And she said, "Yeah, they hung themselves." I wasn't referring to that. And when she said that, I kind of got shook. And I was like, "Okay, I wasn't expecting you to say that. I'm definitely not going up there now." So I'm walking down, and I'm still talking, and she's still kind of saying whatever. I said, you might have been in the stream, Money Magnet, when the Divine Tiffany, um, back in the summer, I was walking through the building that I work in, and I said, should I go up that way? And you know, she Divine Tiffany came in the room and she was like, wow, heavy energy up there. And when I mentioned that, she's like, when I mentioned, oh, I believe someone, I heard rumors of somebody taking, passing on from their own accord, and she said they hung themselves. I was like, no, that's not what I was expecting you to say. I was expecting, something else. Because I heard a story of somebody that found out that they had cancer and couldn't live with themselves with it, and with different, you know I don't want to say it, and I don't even like doing that, but you know what I'm trying to say. um, but she said, just in that general area that I was pointing in, she's going, there's a lot of death up there. Yeah, but this was back in, like, I think August or July, so it's been a couple months now. But you know, that was like I was like, and we kind of got into the conversation of knowing the type of place where I work. It wouldn't be surprising if there was, different, forms of people passing, because you know, organized crime, so to speak. I don't want to get into it. I don't want negative energy coming by me talking about it. I get weird about those things. But anyway, um, she's like, and she just kept confirming it. It goes, yeah, you're completely right. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, hey, stop confirming it. That's the stuff. But cause me and my coworkers, you know, one of my former coworkers right now, um, the Stabilized America, he used to work with me. And he can confirm this much, that we know for a fact that the spirits of dead horses are running around. Because it could be the dead of winter, quiet as anything, and you still hear horses running around. And there's been plenty of horses that have, you know, passed away for one reason or another. And me personally, I know in the stable area, probably like 6 years ago, I was walking in one area where there was nobody, and I was doing a patrol outside in the stable area. Nobody was around, and I can feel and hear somebody run up behind me, and I know nobody was there. So I'm not, and I'm gonna stop talking about it because I'm getting creeped out now. Last thing I need is the stereotypical I don't want to talk about. I gotta stop talking about it so I don't creep myself out. And this is why I don't watch horror flicks. This is why I don't watch horror flicks. This is why um you know where I work would make for a great horror flick, or like a horror skit or something to that effect. And I'm like, nah, I don't watch horror movies, and I already know what the go-to thing is when it comes to security people in a horror flick. I ain't going there. you know. Oh, are you able to? Are you able to do the same thing as Divine Tiffany? Cause she's able to pick up on spirits and energies and photos. Now I can't do any reading type things. I don't sense energies. I don't see things like that. But I do on occasion. I have high empathy where I can sense other people's emotions and feelings even when they're not around me. And sometimes I mistake them for my own, um, which is another reason why I try not to get too deep into other people's situations, or I try to keep myself um, as much on the positive as possible. It's one of the reasons why I can't watch the news. Okay, not opening the window. And I miss you guys, man. Money Magnet, Divine Tiffany hasn't been in here in weeks. Um, I haven't seen Moose or Meditate. I seen Meditation Man in Jamie Garcia's live streams. I go into his streams every now and again now. Well, anyone that comes to this stream and looks at the chat are gonna know now. But it's all good. I don't judge. And I know a lot of people get weirded out about those things, so it's all good. The only one I know about is Taib. Taib is still at MGH. I talk to him once in a while, so he's still at MGH. Um, His kids are all grown up. His son is off in Florida, I think he said. And his daughter was um, his daughter was interning for Elizabeth Warren last year. I don't know if she's still doing that or not. As far as anybody else, I have no idea. Okay, so anyone that you might did you know Wally Day? Um, I'm just gonna call you by your screen name instead of by your real name. Uh, America. Well, you knew Charlie, right? You didn't know Wally Day, the one that used to go, the one that used to go. What about Stanley? What about the whatabouts? I was kind of young when I noticed different things happening around me. Then, around 15. Old Charlie passed away. I think at least 3 or 4 years ago. Wally Day, you don't remember him, but Taib said he passed away. The last I heard about PJ was working on Deer Island with Allied. I don't know if he's still there or not. Um, Billy Gregorio. Yeah, old Charlie. Billy Gregorio is still working. Dave Freeman comes back for the races. He works the backside for the races, sitting in the test barn. Why is it stuck on that? Oh. Money Magnet, don't worry about. You know, it's all good. Have no idea what happened with her. Oh, hold on. I think last time I spoke to Taib, he said that he saw Jane at MGH because her husband was in the hospital. Yeah, he probably went to Uber. I mean, I'm surprised there's still taxis on the streets to begin with. The only reason why taxis, I think, are still in service is that not everybody knows how to use or wants to use apps and, cell phones and whatever. Some people are still, you know, are cash only. So that's the only real reason for taxis to stay in service. But Lyft and Uber, you know, they've they've damn near killed the taxi industry. So here's an update for you, Money Magnet, because you know the struggles I've been having with being focused and energy and whatever. Despite getting a little sick this past week or the last couple of days, um, my energy's been a little bit better. Um, as they say in Arabic, Alhamdulillah, praise to God. So, but my energy's up a little bit more, overall. Um, I'm not eating 100% clean, but we've been at my house. We've actually been making more fresh meals, and definitely noticed the difference in the past week, and getting away from the coffee. I got away from the coffee, and um, I'm not having those massive energy issues. Right now, it's more about getting my motivation back up. You know, right now it's more about getting continuing to get my focus back and trying to, you know, remotivate myself. And I've slowly but surely started watching Gary Vee. At first, I really didn't like him, to be honest with you. Um, but I've come across one or two of his videos that, like, helped me to change a little bit. And he actually did a video with one of my favorite YouTubers, Roman Atwood. Um, Roman Atwood did a video on his channel, um, and he kind of combined. Oh, no, did he combine it? No, he made it its own 20-minute video. Um, but I will say this about Gary Vee: the few little things that I've been listening to, I haven't been listening to much because this sometimes his approach just rubs me the wrong way depending on what video it is. But like I said, there's been one or two videos that I've recently come across where I'm like, okay, I get where you're coming from. I understand that. You know, and he's kind of sparking the interest in me to figure out the whole um, you know flipping things that he like. I don't fully, I get it and I don't get it all at the same time. The whole you know buy stuff at, get the, you know, like one of the videos I came across where he talked about, he's like, if you go to Craigslist and, for the for sale section, if you look at the bottom, they say free stuff, free stuff. He's like, go get the, if you can go and grab it, go get it, sell it, go bring it home, post it to Facebook, to the Facebook Market, or to eBay, or to whatever, and now you just made $20 off that thing that you went to pick up for free. And or you go spend $1 at a, or 50 cents on something at a yard sale, bring it home, sell it on eBay or Facebook, and make an extra, $20, $50, whatever it is. Like, I get that concept, but at the same time, just like getting your attention on YouTube or getting your attention, I have sold 2 things from my house the past month. Um, you know, but I'm still not focused enough to be able to really go full throttle with something with that. I want to understand it more. I want to really I don't want to just half-assedly try to sell stuff on Amazon or Facebook, or not Amazon. Yeah, Amazon. And even with Amazon, I have I'm gonna don't do a 9 to 5 then, because according to him, you could almost make a full career out of doing that if you learn enough on how to do it right. Apparently, you can you can actually make a decent living off of that. Like, I'm an Amazon associate, but I think they have a thing with that now, that if you don't sell something or you don't get someone to click on one of your links within 90 days, they cancel you know, your partnership as far as an associate. I think you can renew it or restart it. You know, you should, if you kind of, do you have videos doing tutorials on it? Because that would be a good tutorial type situation. And if you keep up with it, because apparently Gary Vee says he still does the yard sale stuff. He's a multimillionaire. He's got plenty of, you know, he's obviously highly successful in what he does. But he said he still goes to yard. I just saw it. I just saw it on his his Twitter. It was either Twitter or Instagram or something. He just posted a picture a couple hours, sometime in the you know, throughout today or whatever, of him standing out somebody's house that was having a yard sale. He still goes to yard sales and gets things for dirt cheap and resells it for a profit. And he doesn't even need to do that. He does it because he loves the hustle. From his words, he loves the hustle. He loves, you know, me on the other hand, I don't necessarily like the hustle in that way, And maybe it's why I haven't figured out how to make money doing what I love, is because I've never been actually driven by money as much as I need it, as much as I want it. Money has never really been a motivating factor for me. I'm more motivated by my creativity. I'm more motivated by watching motivating people or uplifting people. That's where my motivation really is. Nice. See, I need. I'm sure it's not as complicated as I think in my head. It feels like it is. But like even with my paintings, I've tried to put my paintings on Facebook Market. You know, my biggest pet peeve right now with trying to do things on the Facebook Market is people message me and go, "Is this still available?" And I say yes, and then they never respond back. I'm like, why did you ask if it was available if you're not actually interested? There's one thing I have in my house that I really want to find. I really don't want to toss it out. I really want to find the best way to sell this, or where maybe you have a good idea for this. And I wish I was at home so I could show you on camera. In my living room or my dining living room space, I have an old stereo system. You know the old stereo systems that had the glass wood case, or the wood case with the glass door? I have one. I have a Fisher stereo that we got over 30 years ago at this point, and we've had it ever since. I don't know. I don't think the tape decks work well. We have one speaker. Um, I haven't really gone out of my way to see if I can get it to turn on or connect or whatever. Um, but all right, America, have a good one. I may be ending this shortly, but thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. Coming in, stop it. And I do this on a regular basis, so keep an eye out. It might not be every single night, but I do it on a fairly regular basis. Like I said, if it's not a live stream like this, I also do I post regular videos as well. So, but I want to sell that. I know that can make money. I just don't know, and I don't want to put it like on eBay or on somewhere where I have to like ship it out to somebody, because I don't want to go through. I honestly don't want to go through that hassle. But I want to. I know that like, and I tried to look online for like stereo collectors in Boston, and I maybe I should look on Craigslist. I don't know, but I couldn't find anyone that would. I couldn't find somewhere offer up. those apps. It looks like it says smiles. I know it says 5 miles, but it looks like it says smile. No, to be honest with you, the only, as far as actually trying to sell it, the only place I've posted it was on Facebook. I have no clue. Okay. Because we've been slowly but surely getting rid of stuff in my house, and that's one thing I really want to get rid of. But I don't want to just toss it out because I know even if it doesn't 100% work properly, I know somebody, a collector, I know somebody would buy it off of me. Even if I only got $30 for it, I'm sure it's worth a little bit more than that. But I honestly did, you know, like, you know, if I can make anything off of it, would be nice. Yeah, that's usually what I try to do. Example is we had this hutch in my living room. Here's a fun little story, sort of, right? If you've watched my videos and you've seen my living room, you've seen the little, the half hutch thing that was against the wall next to our living room table. And my mother has been saying for, almost the whole summer, I want to get rid of it. I want to just toss it out. I want to get rid of it. I'm like, why are you going to get rid of it? You could probably sell it for at least $100. She's like, I bought it for $100. I said, yeah, but besides a couple of nicks and scratches and, whatever, somebody might still want to buy it for $100 because it's obviously something that's, you know, you looks like you spent more than that for. And she's like, I just want to get rid of it. I want to get rid of it. Let's just toss it out. Yeah, and I get it. I get it. Right, but anyway, so with the hutch, I was like, I'm gonna try to sell it. So I took a couple of crappy photos, put them up on the Facebook Marketplace. Originally, I posted it for $150. Didn't get any responses. Um, yeah, didn't get any responses. Then I marked it down. Then I waited a couple of days and put it down to 125. I had one person ask me if I would sell it for $50. I was like, no, that's too low. I wasn't gonna go any lower than 75. If I could get 100, I would really want the 100, but I wasn't gonna go any lower than 75. Then finally, I got someone that lived not too far from me who messaged me about, says I can come tomorrow to come look at it. They can't. I thought they were literally just gonna come and look at it. She came in, she looked at it, she went to go talk to her husband or a friend or brother or whoever she brought with her. They came in, they looked at it. Oh, we're gonna have to sand it down and do this and do that. I was like, I know there's nicks and scratches. That's why I'm selling it for the price that I'm selling it for. I'm willing to go as low as you know whatever. Unfortunately, my mother was in the room when they showed up. I was hoping she would stay out, but she's like trying to give them the history of the piece. They could care less about the history of it. she, you know, I'm trying to talk about money with the person, and she's like, "How much are you offering?" And he's like, "Maybe 80." And she's like, "80?" I'm like, "Ma, walk away." I ended up selling it for $80. They took it. Soon as they left, my mother is like, "Why did you sell it for $80? It's worth more than that. I really liked that. I really liked it. I really loved that piece." I said, "But you were gonna toss it away, throw it in the trash." I felt, it took me forever, but I'm the one who posted it and tried to sell it. But you could have got more money. And we went around for a good 10, 20 minutes, going back round and round and round and round and round, you know, her going back and forth between, you could have got more money, and I really love that piece. I'm like, but you were going to throw it away. You were going to throw it away. What is this dude doing? Being a little distracted because the other security company's on site. I don't know what they're doing. But like I said, for like good 20 minutes. And then, then she goes, "Are you going to give me some of that?" Like she wanted some of the money. I go, right? I was like, if you're going to keep arguing with me over it, you're not getting any of it. Because if I didn't try to sell it, there would be no money to begin with. And she just kept going. I was like, okay, I'm just going to walk away. You're not getting any of it. But you should have got more money. You should have got that. I really love that piece. You were going to throw it away. You wanted my brother to bring it downstairs. You wanted us to dump it. Is this dude actually chasing the coyote? Of course. And she wanted the money. But she was going to toss it away. Anyway, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you for the prayers. Thank you for the love, as always. And I'm going to end this myself. So, anyone that makes it in and actually watches to the end, I appreciate you. I love you. You're amazing. Keep tuning in. And if you didn't know already, I'm going to be trying to post more on my social media. All the links for everything is in the description below. I'm going to be trying to do videos on IGTV. I'm going to try to put more videos up on Facebook and YouTube and try to scatter my live streams. Maybe do daytime live streams on the other platforms if I can. So keep a lookout. Follow me everywhere and anywhere. And go to aloveproductions.com. Find the shirt that speaks to you. And to support me any way you can. With that, I'm going to end it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting. As always, like, love, share, and inspire. Don't forget, love is everything, and I will see you next time. Much love.